Hi guys, today we are discussing about Plato. Plato is the first Greek political thinker and philosopher who elaborated ideas on major problems which confronted polity of those days. He is considered as one of wisest and true follower of Socrates. He is the most well-known philosopher of 5th century BC in Greece. Plato has been generally regarded as the founder of philosophical idealism by virtue of his conviction that there is a universal idea in the world of eternal reality beyond the world of the senses. He was the first to formulate and define political ideas within a larger framework of a philosophical idea of good. He has been described as a poet of ideas, a philosopher of beauty, and the true founder of the cult materialism. Life sketch of Plato. Plato was born in 427 BC in Athens in a distinguished aristocratic and noble family. His father Ariston traced his ancestry to the early kings of Athens, even to Poseidon, the god of the sea. His mother Pericetione was a descendant of Solon, the famous lawgiver of Athens. Plato's real name was Aristoteles, which means the best and renowned. He was given the nickname Plato, derived from Platus, because of his broad and strong shoulders. He was known for his good looks and charming disposition. He excelled in the study of music, mathematics, poetry, rhetoric. He fought in 3 wars and won an award for bravery. He never married. Writings of Plato. Plato was a profile writer and has left a number of philosophical works after his death. His important works include The Republic, The Laws, The Crito, Symposium, etc. However, we are here concerned with The Republic, The Statesman, and The Laws, which have direct relevance to the students of political thought. Coming to his famous book, The Republic is the greatest of the work of Plato. It is a masterpiece of Plato. The treatise consists of 10 books, out of which books 5 to 7 are very important. Book 1 deals with justice and humanity. Book 2, 3, and 4 have been devoted to system of education and subjects like reason, spirit, and appetite. Book 5, 6, and 7 are concerned with such subjects as ideal state and the definition of good and bad. In Book 8 and 9, Plato reviews the working of the state and the individuals. Book 10 deals with the relation of philosophy with art and human soul. Plato's concept of ideal state. Plato in his Republic has tried to portray the picture of an ideal state, which is more or less utopian. According to him, the citizens can be at their best only in an ideal state. Plato was perhaps the first political thinker to maintain that a state ought to be governed not by the wealthiest or the most ambitious but by the wisest. His Republic is sometimes criticized as a utopia or a city in the clouds, a sunset fabric seen for an hour at the evening and then fading into the night. But the Republic is not wholly ideal. It is based on actual conditions and is meant to mold and influence the actual life. The government of Plato's ideal state must invariably rest with the philosophers. Only under the philosopher rulers that disease and corruption may be cured and the state can be achieve its ultimate ideal. Plato's ideal state has several essential features of a modern state, namely population, territory, sovereignty, and government. According to him, the sovereignty of ideal state is the reason, that is, the rule of philosophy. Fired with the Pythagorean doctrine of 3 classes of people, namely the lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of wealth, Plato gave a classification of 3 parts of the souls which gave rise to a correlative doctrine of 3 classes of people as reasoned, spirited, and appetitive. These implies that the 3 elements are particularly and essentially prominent in a particular individual and body of individuals. There is a majority class which is dominated by appetite, a less numerous class by spirit, and the smallest class by reason. Thus, Plato's ideal state is a community marked by a division of labor between these three classes. Criticism of Plato's ideal state. Ideal state is static, not from historical fact, inspired fascism, communism of wives and property against human nature, discrimination in education, more idealistic than realistic, denial of parental love creates problems, division of society into two classes, no importance is given to law. Now, coming to theory of education. Education is the method by which aptitude of the person is known and ideal state is established. Plato has dealt with system of education very comprehensively that Rousseau called Republic as the best book in the field of education. Elements of Athenian system which Plato dislikes. Education in private hands, no equality of opportunity for women. He disliked the neglect of physical and military education. Merit of Athenian system. In Athens, the focus on developing the logical and critical faculties of mind. More focus was on study of literature and maths. He was influenced by the Spartan education system, compulsory education for both male and female. Education should be managed or controlled by the state. It is divisible in two parts, elementary education and higher education. And there are three phases. They are: first phase, 0 to 7 years gymnastics and music, 8 to 8 years mathematics, 18 to 20 years compulsory military training. Those who will pass will go to next stage and those who will fail will go to the producing class. Those who will pass will go for higher education and those who will fail will become the part of warrior class. Now second phase, 21 to 30 years, 30 to 35 years, dialectics, the art of argument, geography, astronomy, other branches or maths and literature continues. Coming to third phase, 35 to 50 years, these people would be sent to abroad for better studies. Now, criticism of Plato's theory of education. Emphasis on education of ruler class only, literature has been ignored, undue control of state, long and expensive process, more theoretic, less practical, incapable of dealing with hard realities of life, censorship of art and literature, diversity to human psychology, lifelong process, no education of administration. Now coming to Plato's other topic, theory of communism. Communism is a way of life which rejects private ownership and supports common ownership. Here Plato involves two types of communism. They are communism of property, communism of family. Plato purposes communism only for the guardian class, means only for the ruling and soldier class. Not required communism for producer class because they are not in power. Communism of property. Communism of property. Ruling class will not be allowed to own property. Advantage. This will tackle corruption. Possibility is that ruling class has no lust for power. They have true knowledge. The producer class is producing for them. Communism of family. According to Plato, family is a bigger problem than property because family promotes both corruption and nepotism. Features of communism of family. No private family, state is a family. They are men of reason and knowledge. They can control their appetite and passions and to tackle nepotism. Communism of marriage and wives. This is not for producer class. Marriage shall be controlled by the state. This is the way that they can improve the race. Only ablest men and ablest women will be permitted to marry. One childbirth, custody of the child will be taken by the state. Criticism of communism of property. Aristotle on property. Plato has overlooked the good aspects of the private property. Private property is a source of motivation. It's a source of recognition of a man, person with a property or a man of reason. Social stability because of property. Property is a source of clarity and virtue. Criticism of communism of family. He is extremely critical of Plato's communism of family. Plato's ideas are not progressive, rather take us back to the barbaric ages. The purpose of marriage and family is not just procreation. It is very important for emotional stability. State is not a family, rather family of families.